In his book, The Success Equation, Michael Mauboussin explained, "The strongest businesses have a moat around them, meaning there is some form of sustainable competitive advantage that separates them from others." Moats have been a fixture of human civilization for centuries. A moat is a deep, wide trench filled with water traditionally built around a castle or fortress to prevent attackers from reaching the walls. The concept of a moat has always been associated with security and protection. Of course, it won't protect you from a dragon attack from House Targaryen, but it can keep most threats at bay. But did you know that moats are also an important consideration when it comes to investing? Like a castle needs a moat to protect itself from invaders, a business needs an economic moat to protect itself from competitors. In investing, an economic moat refers to a company's sustainable competitive advantage that allows it to maintain its market share and profitability over time. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing business landscape, competition and disruption are becoming increasingly common in many industries. Companies that lack a sustainable competitive advantage risk losing market share and falling behind their competitors. In this video, we will explore the different types of economic moats and how they can turn companies into attractive investment opportunities for savvy investors. What is an economic moat? An economic moat is a term popularized by Warren Buffett to describe a company's sustainable and durable advantage over its competitors, creating a barrier to entry for potential rivals. He explains, "The key to investing is not assessing how much an industry is going to affect society or how much it will grow, but rather determining the competitive advantage of any given company, and above all, the durability of that advantage." This advantage is typically due to one or more factors that make it difficult for competitors to replicate or surpass the company's position in the market. Economic moats are crucial for investors because they signal a company's long-term potential for growth and profitability, and it protects the company from inevitable mistakes from management. Buffett often likes to find businesses your idiot nephew could run. We want to find a business that any idiot can run, because sooner or later, any idiot is probably going to run it. Although a wide economic moat can provide a company with a significant edge over its competitors, it's not a guarantee of success. Disruptive technologies, changing market dynamics, and poor management decisions can all pose significant threats to a company's long-term prospects. These factors are like the unexpected dragons, earthquakes, and plagues that can wreak havoc on even the strongest fortresses. A company has to keep reinventing itself, embracing innovation, and adapting. And sometimes, a business can run out of options when the core business is disrupted. Type of economic moats. Several factors can contribute to the creation of an economic moat and make it difficult for competitors to replicate or surpass a company's position in the market. Common types of economic moats include intangible assets, economies of scale, network effects, switching costs, and cost advantages. Intangible assets examples are strong brand recognition that can create a loyal customer base and allow a company to charge a premium. Patents, intellectual property rights, and government licenses can protect innovations from being copied by competitors, creating a barrier to entry for potential rivals. Economies of scale is the idea that operating at a large scale can lead to lower costs per unit and other efficiencies, making it difficult for smaller competitors to compete on price or quality. Network effects are arguably the most powerful kind of economic moat. Network effects occur when a product becomes more valuable as more users join. Social networks, messaging apps, search engines, and marketplaces are great examples. Network effects are crucial because of their compounding nature. Switching costs are effectively an expense, effort, and inconvenience that a customer goes through when they switch from one product to another. They can help companies retain their customer base. Examples of switching costs include data migration, retraining, and the need to purchase new equipment or software. Churn is less likely when a product is increasingly intertwined in a customer's life, making it difficult for new entrants to gain market share. Cost advantages are when you are producing goods or services at a lower cost than competitors, which can provide a competitive advantage and make it difficult for rivals to compete on price or quality. Examples include superior technology, an efficient production process, or access to cheaper raw materials. Companies can also display soft economic moats that are more subjective and harder to quantify than structural moats. These may include intangible factors such as a company's culture or management's reputation. By understanding the different types of economic moats, investors can better identify companies with sustainable competitive advantages and long-term potential for growth and profitability. Now you are wondering, What are some of these companies that display a lot of these economic moats? The prime example, Apple. The company has built a reputation for high-quality products and innovative design, which has allowed it to maintain a dominant position in the smartphone, tablet, and computer markets. Apple's brand recognition and loyal customer base have helped the company maintain high profit margins and strong revenue growth over the long term. Due to its scale, the company also benefits from lower costs per unit and other efficiencies. Apple's ecosystem benefits from multiple network effects. Its operating system, iOS, attracts developers through its large base of affluent users. Developers make the system even more appealing with additional applications that, in turn, attract more users. New products and services enhance the value of others and make it difficult for customers to switch. Another company casting wide moats, Amazon. Amazon has strong economies of scale. The company's vast logistics and distribution network offers a wide range of products at competitive prices while maintaining a profit margin. Amazon's marketplace, third-party sellers, generated cross-site network effects. Both buyers and sellers attract one another. Amazon's dominance in e-commerce has also allowed it to expand into other areas, such as cloud computing and online streaming, further solidifying its position as a leader in the tech industry. In addition, its scale enabled new revenue streams like advertising. The Prime ecosystem benefits from network effects, with a growing user base funding the ever-improving value the subscription provides. Coca-Cola has been a master of moats for decades now. Coca-Cola has built a strong brand and a reputation for high-quality beverages. While the company may not have a traditional network effect, its partnerships with restaurants and other beverage companies create a robust global distribution network that would be difficult for competitors to replicate. This has allowed Coca-Cola to remain dominant in the soft drink market for over a century. Additionally, the company's brand recognition and loyal customer base have helped it weather economic downturns and changes in consumer preferences. Coca-Cola has several patents and intellectual property rights, such as the formula for its signature beverage. Visa also had a wide variety of moats. Card payments are a textbook example of standard network effects. The use of one technology product encourages the use of compatible products. The company has built a global network of merchants, financial institutions, and consumers, making it the dominant player in the electronic payments industry. As more consumers and merchants use Visa's services, the value of the network increases, creating a virtuous cycle that reinforces the company's dominant position. And Microsoft, one of the most recognizable brands with products like Windows and Office, has helped them establish themselves as a leader in the software industry. Microsoft benefits from economies of scale due to the subscription-based nature of its business, resulting in low incremental costs for each additional user. Its operating system and productivity software create strong network effects, with each new user and business enhancing the value of the ecosystem, collaboration, and knowledge base. Additionally, LinkedIn, as a social platform, also benefits from network effects, further strengthening Microsoft's competitive advantage. Now, for investors such as ourselves, how do we go about identifying potential moats within other companies? Sure, the companies we just discussed are well known and staples in our lives globally, but that doesn't mean that smaller companies don't have moats of their own on display. Identifying companies with strong economic moats can be a challenge, but there are several strategies that investors can use to assess a company's competitive advantage. Number 1, analyze industry trends. Look for industries that have high barriers to entry or where a few dominant players have established a strong market position. For example, the tech industry has high barriers to entry due to the need for specialized expertise and significant investment in research and development. Look for categories where a competitive edge can compound over time. Understand how the market participants make money and how profit is spread. Number 2, assess competitive advantages. Evaluate a company's competitive advantages, such as brand recognition, economies of scale, or patent portfolio. Look for companies with a sustainable competitive advantage that will allow them to maintain their dominance in the market. Focus on pricing power, market share gains, and sales marketing expenses versus competitors. Number 3, consider management quality. Evaluate the quality of a company's management team and its ability to execute on a long-term strategy. Look for companies with a track record of innovation and adaptability in the face of changing market conditions. Some questions to ask are, do they share metrics openly? Is management consistent in their communication? Is the company celebrated for its culture and leadership on employer review sites? And lastly, number 4, Study financial metrics. Analyze a company's financial metrics, such as revenue growth, profit margins, and return on invested capital, ROIC. Look for companies that have consistent profitability over the long term. From Buffett's past shareholder letters, we learn several key performance indicators he loves to watch to identify a moat: gross profit margin and return on invested capital, free cash flow, long-term debt-to-equity ratio, and earnings per share growth. Why do moats matter so much, and why do they hold so much value? By investing in companies with strong economic moats, investors can potentially generate strong returns over the long run. Investing in companies with economic moats requires patience, discipline, and a long-term perspective. While economic moats provide a level of safety and predictability, they can also take time to develop and maintain. Therefore, it's crucial to continuously monitor a company's competitive position and adapt your investment strategy accordingly. Spotting companies with an economic moat starts with asking the right questions. So share with us what more you would like to ask and learn about.